Come one, come y'all. Come one, come y'all. Welcome to my channel. That is so cute. Ain't that cute? This is the Bistro, the home of the dainty chats, where we have our recurring segment, Saving R&B. Okay, now this is we in Bamboo Plaza, which is a strip mall right near the Himalayan mountains, right at the foot of the Himalayas. I hope I look good enough for YouTube, mate. I'm not gonna do that thing where you just hear the voice and you can't see the person. I might have to do that thing. Let's do this. So, you guys check out that last episode. There was some really good messages coming through. You know what I'm saying? And here, I had to boom. I just hit record, and I don't know if we gonna do this. We showing up, and I'm kind of like Lauryn Hill. I can't just get here. I can't just be somewhere and do something just because people are expecting that. It got to be a feeling. It got to be a vibe. It has to be a feeling. It has to be a vibe. We got shit going on over here. We got a boutique. Y'all know this is the Bistro. The bakery has been open. You can slide around to the live side to check out the Urban Horse Club experience at the bakery. And then we got the boutique. We working on getting that, launching it, authentically. And some other things going on in the background in the works. So this is just, I'm here with you today because R&B needs to be saved. And I got some life stories and some fortune cookies, and I'm gonna crack them. We gonna crack them. We're gonna crack a fortune cookie for Earth, Wind, and Fire and water. This the elements as it pertains to the zodiac signs: Earth, Wind, and Fire, and water. So we're gonna crack some fortune cookies for them. We're gonna talk about some trendy topics. I think my life stories. What, didn't something happen? Oh yeah, somebody was harassing me on the train again. Y'all know how that goes. And it was about the same thing. My little music on my little phone, like. It can't be that loud. They think they can just act funny out here and do anything. If this was New York, y'all wouldn't be complaining about little stuff like that. You would know your place. But anyways, I mean, we could talk about that. I want to include some life stories from, I want to start including some life stories from childhood. I think, where my camera at? I feel like it should be up higher. I feel like it should be up higher, so I'm gonna do that one of these days. See if I can make it. See what I can do with it. Anyways, we're gonna talk about that. And I wanted to do see, on that last episode we talked about, we kind of saved hip hop instead of R&B. We didn't even get to this stuff that I had for R&B. Well, we got Lyric Watch. We're supposed to talk about specific songs and things. But this time, I got something special I feel like we can use as a, my damn lip, as a, an official scale, official log to see where you falling at on the R&B scale. So we got you from 1 to 8. So it ain't no in between. You can't hit right in the middle. You can either be at 4 or 5, but it ain't no in between. So we got what it is. I'm gonna break it down. I don't know if I had mentioned this in the last video, but I figured out some certain recurring elements in an R&B song that really makes it touch your heart. Now, what people don't really realize, or probably didn't really notice, back in the day, the R&B producers, and still to this day, real R&B producers, they have ad-libs as well. Like, you can tell who made that beat. You can tell who produced that song from little things that they did with the music. We'll get into that. I don't know if we're gonna get into it today because we're not doing all that hour and a half shit. We got to keep this right around an hour. And then another thing, they use the same 100 words. It wasn't a lot of the whole bunch of words that you had to say when you was making these good R&B songs. You didn't have to think of a lot because you was really supposed to feel. And you could play the top 100 best R&B songs, right? It's probably only 50 different words in between all the songs. Babe, love, heart, lonely. It's only about 50 to 100 words you can use. Now, if you're going beyond that, you know, you're getting outside of the scope of what's supposed to be drawing people in, okay? And what they did is they rearranged the words, slick with the extra syllables. See, that's how they did it. Because you don't have to say so many different things. You say it in the right way and make sure it's the delivery. It's the way that you deliver it. But we'll get into that. So what we're going to work with now and what we had determined on one of our last videos is one of the main key points for saving R&B. We got to be able to capture that irrational passion factor. That is what makes R&B touch your heart. That's what makes it pull on your heartstrings. The irrationality of it all. So we're going to have a scale. The irrational passion scale is going to run from 1 to 8. Like I said, you stick around, and I'm gonna tell you what the criteria, with the rubric, and what you're gonna need. So we're gonna skip the I had a story picked out. Let me check my notes. I'll be writing notes on this. So we'll do lyric watch. At the end, we'll go ahead and hit a lyric watch. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my favorites. One of my faves. I'm gonna tell y'all one of my faves. It could bring me to tears. I might break down crying in front of everybody right here, right now, once we get to talking about it. But I might not do that. When I've been having this, now my other jam that I've been listening to lately is the remix. The I'm in love with a stripper remix. Yeah, that's a good jam right there. That's it. And I like Paul Wall's verse, and I like MJ. Who is it? One of them motherfuckers from the South. I think from Houston. Too Short. I like his verse. Who is that? Cause I don't know who that is. But they got some good lyrics in that song. We'll talk about that. So let's go over to I ain't got no life story picked out. So let's do the Earth, Wind, and Fire zodiac signs. So we'll start with water. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's crack these fortune cookies. We're gonna do a transition screen. Let's do a transition screen. So we cracking these fortune cookies with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Water, and Earth, Wind, and Fire, and water. I got my hands is greasy. Water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. You will make important academic connections in March. Your learn Chinese word is 1 bottle of water. Your lucky numbers are 21, 54, 55, 43, 6, and 10. And again, you will make important academic connections in March. And that was for our water sign. Now this is water. So we'll put this one in here. Oh, damn. Fire. So y'all want to see the fortune cookies? This is our fortune cookies. This is where they're coming from. So let's see. Fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. My hands are greasy. I'm breaking it before I even get it out. Encourage others to make a positive impact in the lives of those in need. Your lucky number, your learned Chinese word is Kung Pao, chicken. Your lucky numbers are 51, 45, 19, 26, 42, and 18. And again, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Encourage others to make a positive impact in the lives of those in need. All right, so that's fire. Wait a minute. That's water. Wait a minute. I think this one is earth. Oh no, I'm gonna have to label them. I'm gonna label them. The air signs: Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Air, and then what's left? Earth. I think I made Earth green. Earth is that green, and that makes the most sense. I know that's what I did. And red was fire, and that purple one was air, and then that clear one was water. I might have to go back in the other video. I got some cute little labels that I'm gonna hang them up. Air sign: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are a positive influence on everyone you meet. Your learned Chinese word is bean sprouts. Your lucky numbers are 10, 34, 55, 58, and 46. And again, air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are a positive influence on everyone you meet. Air signs, air. We gonna put it right here because we got it. We just gonna spread it out even. We just gonna spread it out. We already fucked up. Might as well make it even all the way around. What we gonna do? Now, it's gonna be hard for me to get these out. You know how hard it's gonna be for me to get those out? Earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Your determination will inspire others. Your learned Chinese word is edamame, and your lucky numbers are 51, 46, 30, 20, 43, and 21. And again, earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Your determination will inspire others. So I'm going ahead and put it over here since we'll make sure everything balances out and equal and even. But I have your label. I have those labels up by the next. On our next brunch at the bistro. Home of the dainty chat. Home of the dainty chat. So let's go to trendy topics. I had a few things picked out for trendy topics. Tommy and Jules, I had already decided I was going to talk about. But so since we're on the lines of relationships, we're going to throw in Megan, what the girl? Megan Thee Stallion, and Clay Thomas, or Thompson, whatever the boy name is. Clay something. They're not together anymore. They broke up after a few months. And then I wanted to touch on Glow and that ball man, that basketball man. Glow really and that basketball man. And Simone and the boy. Because these niggas, I don't know what the fuck they thought. They brought the rules all wrong. They brought them all wrong. Now they trying to act like we supposed to feel. Hold on. We was not around when y'all was running the rules of society. Women was not, especially I'm black. We was at home cooking when y'all was writing all the rules of society. So now everything is our fault because y'all wrote bad rules. Y'all wrote rules that only catered to y'all, and now the world is... that ain't even got these motherfuckers. We gonna talk about these motherfuckers though. That's what we is gonna do. And so let's do the trendy topics. Now we was trending a few little while ago. It was Tommy and Jules. It was controversial because y'all know Jules is Beyonce's nephew, and Tommy, she's about 20 years older than Jules. But my thing is this: that was planned. It was nobody else. First of all, Jules, as they don't let Jules outside that much. Every time Jules come outside, he get in trouble, and he ain't gonna be back out for a couple of more years. Now, first it was a couple of months ago where he got invited to a rainbow bash, a rainbow dash, and a rainbow bash. It was a rainbow event and a rainbow function. But Jules wanted to go there and act like he don't want none of that shit reflected on him, because Jules, it's a lot of rainbow here, it's a lot of rainbow in here, and he didn't want none of that reflected on him. So he didn't handle the situation properly, to where he tried to make it seem like he's surrounded by so many women, so when anybody think he's a part of the rainbow. And he didn't even want nobody treating him like a lucky charm. So that was controversial. They said, Jules, why you act like you came in here and you was ashamed of what's going on? Why you didn't just come in here and do what you were supposed to do? So they was mad at Jules about that. So Jules came back out again. He hit the town with Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee. She's like an influencer or whatever. What they call him? Just what they used to call Paris Hilton. Remember Paris Hilton was famous for nothing? So, in my opinion, was it ever supposed to be like they're in a real relationship? Or, I guess if they're being flirty and, they're both adults and they're going out spending evenings together, I guess, that's pretty much on the line of y'all may or may not be having sex, or, So I guess for some people that's too much, being that Tommy is about 20 years older than Jules. My thing is, there was nobody else for Jules to go out with. Like, it was borderline literally impossible for Jules to go out with a woman that's not like Tommy. Jules can't go out with a girl his age. He's Beyonce's nephew. Where's the girl gonna take him? And is she seasoned enough in the industry to know how to move around? And that's the main reason why Jules going out with Tommy, hitting the town with Tommy, was the best fit, in my opinion, because Tommy knows all about the moving around at night after dark, like Jules was trying to do. He wanted to go out for the evening, and Tommy was the only woman that was fit to do that with him. And I feel like Beyonce approved of that shit. Beyonce felt like that was the best idea, the best way for him to go, because anybody else could have set Jules up, would have been so excited, and they're young and they not mature enough to be aware of their surroundings enough in certain environments. And Tommy is she is used to dealing with high profile situations, and she not so smooth. She don't blend in that good when she go there. So that's another reason why Beyonce and them know that she know what she doing. Cause it ain't no way you going up here cutting up because the people out and fussing, and you got this reputation for being like this, and you still getting into places, bitch. Cause you know what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? You didn't cut up. You know. Sometimes you will feel like somebody cut up and they not ever gonna let her back in here. But they knew that they knew they gassed it. They knew you had a reason for whatever maybe a lot of times you try to talk to a person on a level and they don't want to meet you on that level. And you feel like, well, what do I have to yell and make a scene to get what I needed? Why did I have to do that? Why would I have to do that? But now that we have this understanding, we know each other now. I know you, you know me. I'll be back next week, and it's gonna go a lot smoother. So I feel like that's the main reason why Tommy was like the only person, or Tommy or somebody like Tommy is the only person that Jules would be qualified to hit the town with in the evening time. They went to a classy based strip club. Some burlesque type shit. And that's the only thing that Beyonce's nephew gonna be able to do. He can't hang out nowhere. He gonna be too much of a target. This ponytail ain't high enough for me, man. Nigga, I like my ponytail. I let bitch put it right here. I want my ponytail to be on my forehead. It's not high enough for me, man. I'm finna make it into a bun. So that was with Tommy and Jules. Now Megan and Clay, Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thomas them broke up. You know, I'm almost certain Beyonce approved of that shit. Between Tommy and Jules. Now Megan and Clay them broke up. Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson them broke up. And it done caused a lot. It done caused waves across the internet. There's a lot of men coming out. It's making it seem like women, or black women in particular, deserve to be treated badly, I guess. And they're spreading these bad messages about Megan being in multiple relationships. And you know, it begs the question, why don't these things happen in other, why it seems like this is a black people thing? Because Taylor Swift has been known to be in multiple relationships. Ariana Grande, Jennifer Lopez, bitch has been in multiple, every human on earth, most adults have been in multiple relationships over the time they've been alive. Why is it that black men feel the need to act like black women are wrong or something like that? We don't deserve to, you know, I have no idea. It's been kind of sad. It's really sad watching it. This is why y'all so excited that the people done broke up. Why are you so excited that she's sad? That why are you feel the need to count how many people she been with? The Clay has been with just as many people. The guy she broke up with, is men sleep with way more people and brag about it. You listing people that Megan was at least in the, you know, had a whirlwind romance with, you know. And they say, what you bringing to the table? You don't know what you like about women. You don't like the men. They like each other. What they really want, what they finna do, they finna start messing with the transgenders, the men that dress like women, and they gonna say, this is a real woman. This how the women should be. This how the women are supposed to be. They want to do that shit so bad. Like, you can just feel it. They ain't got it's not enough transgenders circulating and for them to get in touch and contact with and feel comfortable with somebody finding out. But we almost get it to the point where men are going to feel comfortable enough to just go ahead and start messing around with each other, because it's not that they don't. I mean, how important is a relationship? Just for me personally, it's not like I want to be married so bad. I need a relationship. I want to be in a relationship so bad. I want somebody. Like, yeah, it seemed cool. I just can't. It's just too. It's too much put on it for me. Like, why is relationships the most interesting thing? It's a lot based on relationships. A lot bad comes out of it, you know, and a lot of good comes out of it for the people that's in the relationship. But I just don't see what the big deal is. What are you talking about it for? If you're not trying to be in a relationship, then don't be in a relationship. You don't have to be making it seem like the women need to do this, or is something wrong with the woman, or the woman needs to do that. You just want to be single until your dick stops working. Why can't you just say that? Why you gotta make it seem like it's the woman's fault? So that's how I feel about the Megan and Clay. But my only comment is the girl. They said she quit her job, and I still have not accepted that as true. There's been some pretty reputable sources that reported on it. My mind is not comprehending it. My mind can't fathom it. Bitch, you quit your job, bitch. What? Megan, you gotta stop being like, you was only with the boy for a few months. You can't be like this. And I understand how you ain't got that much family, and you felt like because he had you around his family that y'all was gonna be locked in for life. But a lot of do basketball players generally do that? You gotta have a man that wants to be in a relationship. You gotta have a man that he wants to settle down. How the fuck you gonna have a man that he ain't even wanting to be in a relationship and with you low key forcing it? Or what's going on? You with somebody that wants the same things you want. And they saying he cheated. Okay, even if he did cheat, you know, they was together for a few months, and he wasn't a cheater where he was manipulating Megan to forgive him and take him back, making excuses that convincing her that it was a mistake, and cheated repeatedly and a repeat offender. In my mind, the boy cheated because she wouldn't leave, and he had to get caught. Look, I cheated. Now go. Like that's the way I see. That's the way I see. I know how we do. You know, if motherfucker and we already had kids. And my thing is, I was just finna say a motherfucker that probably wanted me to go and I wasn't going, but we didn't lay out the plan of how we gonna do the kids. I can't just be bitch ass nigga. Ooh. So Megan, why would you quit? I don't understand. She quit her job. Girl, you tripping. Do you know that everybody, and then it's only 2 weeks left on the job. Like, bitch, your contract up in 2 weeks. What the fuck? And all her fans could see that anybody who was wanting to come and support her. I'm gonna do me some baby hairs. This is gonna be cute. I'm gonna do me some baby hairs next time. I saw the meme where they call it baby mama hairs. That shit is funny to me. So, why did you quit your job, bitch? Your fans could see that, and not only that, your prospective employers could see that. Anybody else that might be wanting you to come and perform and give you a contract to show up, and you not gonna show up behind one of these niggas, bitch, that y'all ain't even got a baby together, that y'all wasn't even together that long. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't respect it. And right now I'm gonna talk about cause see, the thing is, what people don't realize is there's a man that he's sure what he want to do with his life. You have a man who chose you just because you pretty enough, and his friends think you pretty. He want to show his friends and the rest of the world that he can have somebody like you. But at a point, your relationship is based on what his friends think. If his friends start calling him a simp, he'll, I have to go cheat on her to prove to my friends that I'm not a simp. I got to treat her like trash to prove to my friends that she ain't really all that to me. I'm just doing what's convenient for me. I don't really be helping her do this and do that. I just fuck the bitch and leave. And they do that stuff for their friends. Why is that making you? What else are you getting? What are you getting out of that? Like, when you making it seem like you really don't care, or you're not doing that much. What is it that you're after? So you care about that part. So don't make it seem like everything else is by the wayside. I don't like that. So, that makes me think of that's just the vibe that I get from Clay. Clay worked. They was shopping around for somebody for Megan to be in a relationship with. She chose Clay and Clay chose her. She should have chose somebody else. Them basketball players don't be wanting nothing. And they don't even like black women. They like white. So I just feel like Megan, I'm not gonna say she should have chosen better. I'll say that we do know basketball players have a history of being unfaithful. So it's possible that there was a better choice than a basketball player. However, you have to choose somebody that wants to be chosen. It doesn't matter who it is. Choose somebody that's what they want in life. Now, you got to pay attention to the signs. You never know. Just when men they change. I don't know what goes on, but that's why I'm saying you can't be to the point where you about to quit your job. Some motherfucker show ain't quitting his anyway. So about Glorilla and that basketball man, I'm gonna tell y'all what I peeped, and it was like this with Simone Biles and the boy too. I think he's a football boy. I don't know. I don't know what he do, but we'll start with Simone Biles and the boy because they've been together longer than Glow and the basketball man. So when Simone Biles and the boy first got together, it seemed like, I don't know if it was some kind of they needed Glow to have a love interest or she had a little crush on him. We don't know how they got together, but they decided they was gonna be together. And so I've been looking at the pictures and their interactions and their body language, right? And he just wasn't there. So he was never leaning toward her in the pictures or gazing at her lovingly or having his body facing hers or having happiness in his eyes or a smile on his face in the pictures. I wasn't noticing any of that. I wasn't peeping that. So I did not like that. I said, what is this bitch ass a nigga up to? Looking like he irritated that he in the picture with the bitch. Like Glorilla ain't good enough for him. Oh no. We talking about Simone Biles and the boy. So let me go back. Yep, Simone Biles and the boy. Same thing with Glow. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing. Bad body language. Why you acting like she not good enough? So Simone Biles' boyfriend was bold enough to bust out and straight say it. He said he the prize. Forget Simone Biles, who broke so many Olympic records that they had to start naming it after her. He said he the prize. That's exactly what I was picking up on too. And I'm looking at these pictures and he acting like she might not really be all the way good enough for him, or she might not be this or that compared to other. So what you mean you decided in the interview talking about you going with Simone Biles, an international Olympic gold medalist, but you the prize? And that's not to say that he shouldn't feel like he's something special, but it's just that's just your attitude. It's kind of like, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you walking around treating her. Is that why you don't smile in the pictures and you're not leaning towards her, and you're not, what I'm saying? What's going on? Why are you? You can go. Go ahead and free yourself. You don't gotta try to be here making it seem like she gotta earn you, or she should be happy to have y'all should be happy to have each other. You a regular athlete and she's an Olympic gold medalist, so it should be a good match, right? And I didn't like that, the boy talking about he the prize, and I peeped that too when I was looking at the picture. And Glorilla and the basketball man, he was the same way. I feel like it was a little bit worse for him. I feel like he was in a little bit of I feel like he running more immature circles than Glorilla. That basketball man, that Glorilla, I think his name is Brandon or something like that. I feel like his friends is a little bit more immature than Glorilla's, than Simone Biles' boyfriend friends, right? To where they was just making them seem like she was not good enough for him. But lately, I've been noticing when they in the pictures, they realize what they got. Because there's not going to be another bitch as bad as Glorilla that fucking likes you, nigga. The fuck? It's not going to be another Olympic gold medalist that fucking likes you. You can be the prize. I don't know who you the prize to. The girl that work at the Dollar Tree? Not to Simone Biles, bitch. Not to the motherfucking international Olympic gold medalist. So goddamn talented they have to start naming the shit after her. How the fuck is you the nigga? What? The fuck? Bitch, hello? And then that basketball man too, he acting like bitch, it's not another Glow nowhere that wants you, that's ready to be down and stay down and really like your ass just for who you are, don't need nothing from you. Where at? To who? The prize to who? You better sit your ass back and act right. And then recently in the interview, the basketball man, he gonna say he got to take a lot of naps Cause Glorilla be getting on his nerve. And Glorilla had to clink that shit. Go back in there and tell them you was joking. And that is not what's going on around here. He came back out and said, I had her fucked up, y'all. Disregard that. Let's strike that from the record. Strike that from the motherfucking record. You damn skip, because you might be a prize to a bitch like me. But no, Glorilla is a special. She not like these other bitches. You know what I'm saying? She coming with the vibes. She coming with the message. You know, she coming with shit. She got real life experiences. She been through shit. Life for her ain't been no crystal stair. We could feel that. We appreciate that. She came in here. She handling her business. I like when the bitch handle her business. That's what I admire. And Glorilla handling the fuck out of her business. She gonna tear this shit up. She gonna put some songs out. She gonna kill it for the summer. She gonna sell some tickets. We gonna go to the show. And that's been big lately. The consumers have been going and showing up physically, selling out shows and things. It's no music to buy because the music is free. What the fuck am I buying? And for why? But to show up to the show, that's been picking up. That's where the consumers, music lovers, are really wanting to spend their money at. The show to the shows. So lately when I'm looking at Glorilla and that basketball man and Simone Biles and the boy, yeah, they looking real smugly and ugly. Eyes, they eyes are smiling. They leaning into the bitch, a hand on her shoulder and on her knees. You better act right, you bitch ass nigga. I don't know what the fuck you think this is. Now let me tell you something that ain't sitting right in a nigga heart and in a nigga chest. It's that motherfucking papoose, bitch. Is it papoose or papoose? Like, I don't even like saying that. Ugh. But, okay. Clarissa Shields and papoose. And when they take their pictures together, the boy don't lean toward her. The boy don't hold her hand. He don't. Now, when he smile, your eyes must smile. Y'all see my eyes? Papoose be in the picture talking about some. That's the best you could do, nigga. And it's like, my thing is, he know that everybody is aware of this, and he can't even force it. Like, I know you see these pictures of yourself looking uninterested, unenthusiastic, not wanting this relationship. I know you see yourself looking pitiful on these pictures. You can't even pretend to look like you give a fuck, nigga. God damn. I don't like that. It make me, I feel bad for little Clarissa. This time is going by, and are they gonna break up, or he gonna stick it out, even though it seems like he don't really want to be there? We don't know. But what I'm gonna do is, let me see. I'm gonna crack a fortune cookie for Clarissa. Now this box of fortune cookies is about positive as hell. I'm gonna have to go to the restaurants where they got some little where they got barrels. So we're gonna crack this. We're cracking a fortune cookie for Megan, and we're gonna crack this fortune cookie for Clarissa. Okay, I pulled this one out for Clarissa, so we're gonna leave it there. Let me see where it's at. Now, if it's too sweet and positive and shit, I'm gonna have to pull out my other fortune cookies. Clarissa, a surprise adventure awaits you tonight. Maybe that should have been for Megan. Your learned Chinese word is shumai, and your lucky numbers are 11, 6, 18, 19, 47, and 29. And again, a surprise adventure awaits you tonight. Okay, yeah, no, that shouldn't have been for Megan. She needs to sit her ass down. I saw some footage. I don't know if it was accurate. She was out with the military man, and he had on his army fatigue. He was looking real good and stuff in it. And that seemed like the man, that's the type of man that he know what he want. He's disciplined and he know what he want. Military man, you know. The man is, you know, barely human. This one gonna be for Megan. me see, y'all. I could really just pull it out, but I'm gonna crack it anyway. It's hanging out like that. You see how that slit was hanging out? How this fortune slit was just hanging out, and I said I could really just pull it out. You have to, your slip showing, bitch. Making your fucking slip is showing. You need to stop that shit. Cause even with Nicki Minaj, I can't say I even got a favorite Nicki Minaj song or that I'm a fan of the music. But I was always a fan of how she handled her business. Glow handling the fuck out of her business. She holding shit down. People business supposed to be handled. You gonna quit your job over a few months, you know, and it's sad that she felt like that's what she had to do. She ain't that, as far as we know, she ain't got like not one family member that she's in contact with. It's hard for her to have friends because when people publicly associate with her, they got to deal with hundreds, thousands of people on the internet attacking them. And you know, that's why it's sad the way that case worked out, because you can't really prove how much of an impact that shit is, but that shit got a huge fucking impact, man. And the way that the system is set up, it's like you got to be able to show what impact that it had on your life. You got to be able to physically show that shit, and some of that shit can't physically be shown. Like if it's somebody that's has getting at thousands and thousands of views on their channel, and when they say, these people say something and the people that's listening feel influenced to go make it as true as possible. So when you're talking about Megan, you know, I can try to prove that I was depressed or suicidal, or I didn't get this job, or I lost that. I can try to prove, but it's hard to prove that. Well, every time I'm seen with somebody, that person gets dragged and harassed, so nobody wants to associate with me. Like when I'm trying to do this or do that, people are getting dragged and harassed for associating with me, and that's having a really big impact on the bottom line. And as far as the music goes, I don't know what she could probably stand to work with some better producers, come up with some better hooks and choruses, and some little catchy melodies and arrangements in her verses. That's what would help her, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Like, why did you quit your job? So Megan, time to collect those goods. So I don't know what you know what that means. If you learn Chinese word is taste. Your lucky numbers are 7, 53, 34, 49, 44, and 41. So Megan, time to collect those goods. So time is up. God damn it, time is up. Me too. This is it. Like Michael Jackson, bitch. Megan has said that it's time for you to collect on whatever you think you got time to just do. You got time to do. You don't. You need to go around there and see about it. Put your foot down. We gonna back you up. We doing that. It's still a man's world. We not letting them get too far with the shit. We ain't letting the shit go. We ain't even having babies. They begging us to have babies. Now I didn't have a group of babies. I fucked up. But the young bitches that's coming behind me, they doing good. I'm proud of the young heifers. I'm proud they're not making the same bald-headed ass mistakes I made when I was a corn-fed child running wild. The birth rate is down. The abortions is illegal. They doing a good damn thing. Men don't want to act right, but they want to force somebody to have a baby. Like, force you to raise the baby by your fucking self, bitch. Are you pranking me right now? You mean to tell me abortion is illegal? So I'm supposed to have no choice but to raise the baby by myself, bitch? Like, I don't have no other option. I don't have no other choice. Because all the man got to do is say, well, you should have chose better. Well, all the man got to do is maybe pay a couple of $100 in child support, depending on what his income is. You know, that counts for those situations. A lot of situations, it's not like that. And I want to know, when they put the woman in jail for abortion, are they going to find the guy who impregnated her? And putting him in jail as well. She should be able to prove, I don't give a fuck if it's 10 different motherfuckers that she fucked. If she can prove that she fucked him, when she go to jail for having that abortion, all 10 of them need to go to jail for that abortion too. How the fuck is a woman gonna be the only one that gotta suffer for everything? If she get pregnant, she stuck with the baby, or if she get pregnant, she not. The abortion is illegal. What the fuck? These motherfuckers out there goddamn mind. They done lost their shit. And then they saying the birth rate is down. That is excellent. That's exactly how it needs to be. Because it takes a village to raise a baby. At least the daddy, bitch. The fuck? This ponytail ain't high enough. So time to collect those goods, Megan, whatever it is. You know better than me. You know what they talking about, so go do that. And then, let me check my notes. Okay. So just to wrap this up, we're going to be going on tour watch. Let's change the screen. Wrapping this thing up. It's about to end. We're going to be doing a tour watch for the Chris Brown and Usher tour. We're going to keep up with that shit. Now let's go to our saving R&B segments. Let's talk about saving R&B. That's one of our topics that we cover regularly here. That's one of our main, at the Bistro, that's the main thing we meeting up for, to save R&B. And we're going to talk about all that other shit, because that's important too. Because my word is bond and my opinion is real important about those topics. I feel like the air is not on. So we'll do that. So, like we talked about at the top of the show, what we have is going to be our irrational passion scale. That's a lot of what's going on in the R&B with the lyrics, right? Well, at least when it comes to the lyrics, you say something, you got to be a little off kilter, so that you can really feel it, so it can really sink into your soul. And for example, we have In Vogue, Don't Let Go, which that's a very, very good song. It's produced very well. I would put that real high up on the scale, nigga, real high, real high. Because they touch a lot of different points. On Don't Let Go by In Vogue, what's it gonna be? Cause I can't pretend. Now, what I like about it is how it fused R&B and rock and roll. It's very interesting. You know, it's really kind of interesting the way they fused it together. They made it mesh. Came out really nicely. They said there'll be some love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking. So some of the things that we're gonna talk about is what puts you where on the irrational passion scale. So the rubric for that is the beat. So far, this is what I got. Y'all tell me what y'all think. We got the beat, the lyrics, and the delivery. So like I talked about the beat, which was we'll stick with In Vogue, Don't Let Go, which is it's R&B, right? But then it has a big rock and roll influence. It's kind of it might be rock with an R&B influence. The way they put it, the way that they, balanced it out like that. And so I think that's what that gives it a lot of irrational. That adds to the passion for it. I won't say irrational, but that definitely gives you the passion when you hear that. What is the electric guitar and the metal and the drums and all that stuff they use in rock and roll music, but you get the smoothness and the butteriness of R&B to bring it all in. And so that's important as it pertains to the irrational passion scale. From 1 to 8, I would give the beat for Don't Let Go by In Vogue. I put it pretty high up. Or just the beat, yeah. Because when that shit come in, you can already feel that shit. You can already feel it, especially when you seen the movie. You know the soundtrack and what movie it came from, and then, you know it's really, you know that's really about to sit on you. Hold on, cause I got excited. I'm about to sneeze. It went back. It went back. Hold on, cause when you hear the beat drop. Is that it loud? Can't hear that shit. Right here. The drums. Now they came in strong. You felt you got a chance to sit with it, feel what the emotion was supposed to be. They ease you up into it. The drums came in pretty strong pretty soon. You know that's how rock is. In R&B, you wait for the beat to drop. The beat might not drop yet, but with rock, they come in pretty strong. So to me, that's the passion behind it all. And then the vocal delivery, she already hitting ad-libs and runs before we got a verse. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of passion. There was a lot of passion in the studio that night. And when you know what movie set it off with the soundtrack, because y'all know we didn't play about a soundtrack back in the day. Now the soundtrack was singles. A soundtrack was full of hit singles, nigga, 8 or 9 of them. But that's why, as far as the beat goes for that song, I would put it pretty high up. I put it at a 7. You real close to 8. Like we leaning on 8 because your heart can feel it. But this gonna be our first time doing this. And I don't want to be too extreme. We'll try to be a little modest and a little humble with it right now. So I'll give them a good hot 7 for that. Now, as far as the lyrics on our Irrational Passion scale from 1 to 8, they already come in with the there'll be some love making, heart breaking, soul shaking. Now that right there, that's irrational. There'll be some soul shaking. How does that even happen? So you know they up there on the scale. We you know, and how I have to tell something we could be more than just friends. The yeah. So for the lyrics on the Irrational Passion scale there, we'll put them at about a 6 because love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking. Right? That seemed like something real magnetic, like it just pulls your ass in. And then finally on our Irrational Passion scale, we have our delivery factor. So we have the beat, lyrics, and the delivery. And so as far as the delivery, we got some good strong vocals. They balanced out the rock and roll really good. You know what I'm saying? The music didn't take over her ability to sing, right? It wasn't like, okay, she didn't get drowned out. She hung in there. She carried the shit. She rode the beat. If she was a rapper, that would have been her riding the fuck out of the beat. The way her vocals was able to keep up with the intensity of the music. And so to me, that's part of the delivery that makes them really high up on the Irrational Passion scale. Something else is that you know, they had it was rock inspired and they were able to pull that off. So that's excellent for the delivery. And the keyboard / piano or organ, you know, they put that in there. And you know what, that's really more of an R&B And then not really, because they like to say, you know, I guess it's true that a lot of R&B stems from gospel and church music. So when R&B hit the town, people were offended by it because they felt like it sounded like church music, right? And so, you know, they play the organs and the pianos at church. That's how I got to this. And so, to me, that's the heavy R&B influence in the song to round out the delivery. So you got the drums with that rock and roll influence, and then you got the piano, and it's kind of like, how did y'all put that piano and them drums together like that and just make good ass Kool-Aid? They did it, and that's excellent delivery for me. And then what I also like is that everybody got a part, so it's a 4-girl group, and then they got toward the end of the song, it was just still carrying, because you can still feel the vibe. You can't just let a song end. See, that's what's wrong with the kids these days. My old ass. That was wrong. No, but you know, I'm really a fan of her music, so I can't say the kids. But like Summer Walker and London on the Track. Why is the song only 2 minutes and 11 seconds? Why? Run it back. You know how many times Cisco said, "Ooh, that just so scandalous, you know, and they can handle it." They're shaking that thing like, who's it? Look in the eyes of, Nigga said this shit about 4 times. When it's a vibe, it's a vibe. Plus, the producer supposed to know what he doing. He changing the beat up and switching it around in the back. He got ad-libs going. You ain't even realize you listen to the same verse 4 times because they fucking it up. And then, I don't know why I thought Living La Vida Loca. She make you take your clothes off and go dancing in the rain. You know, just run it back. Don't be dropping off a 2-minute song for a nigga. Because the thing is, you ain't even got time to, where did I write that at? You ain't even got time to sweet talk a motherfucker by the time the song is so short. You ain't got time to slide up around somebody and put your hot ass breath on their neck and sweet talk in their goddamn motherfucking ear. And then they talking about where this love and where's the birth rate down, because it ain't no R&B. That's why we up here at the Bistro saving R&B. So what I like is that everybody got a part. So you got the girl, she got the strongest vocals. Hey, hey. And then you got the one, she gonna get, ooh, hey. And then you got another one that's gonna come in, ooh, ooh, ooh. And then the other girl that, don't let go, cause I can't run. Everybody got their own part, and I miss that. I miss back in the day when they had groups, girl groups and boy groups, music groups, and everybody got to say a little something. Then you're like, okay, you already know who it was coming out. Okay, that's Nokia right there, nigga. That's jazz, nigga. So as far as delivery, on the irrational passion scale, from 1 to 8 for In Vogue's Don't Let Go, we got to put it at about a 7. They rank very high. They rank very high. Now, it's not gonna be easy. Anybody ain't gonna just get to 8. Anybody ain't gonna just get to 8. But 7 is about as high as they up there. I appreciate the fuck out of the way they made that song. So that was good. So as far as the irrational passion scale, from 1 to 8, beats, lyrics, and delivery, In Vogue, Don't Let Go. For the beat, they got a 7. For the lyrics, they got a 7. And for delivery, they got a 7. They 7, 7, 7. They just love. And they was the first ones to ever get on this scale. So that's a beautiful thing. That's something nice that we can work with. Let's go do Lyric Watch. Oh, let me see. Okay, so for Lyric Watch, my jam lady that I've been listening to is I'm in Love with a Stripper, the remix. And so I be rolling, they be singing them lyrics. They be rap singing them, because old people call them rap singers. So I like Paul Wall verse. He be like, it was love at first sight when I seen that ass shaking, and about $50 later it was love in the making. When they hold on, it was love at first sight when I seen that ass shaking. But you had to spend $50 because $50 later it was love in the making. Well, that made it official once he started spending that 50. Once he started throwing that money on her, that made it official. You simply won my heart when I saw the way you worked that pole, and when you bent over, you had my wallet in a chokehold. Hold on, he said, you simply won my heart. Like it's just a beautiful poem. Like he's not talking about shaking ass. And when you bent over, you had my wallet in the chokehold. You saw that ass, he just started throwing all his money. I saw you in your birthday suit, and baby, it was fade. When you give me a lap dance, it's like we going on a date. Hold on. This is a special bonding moment here for us right now. The lap dance, that's what's happening over. Okay. I'm not here to judge anybody. He say, but I feel like you cheating on me when I see you dancing with other guys. I'm riding on both fours. I can't lie. I'm in love. Hey, hold on. So she can't go dance. It's her job. She can't go dance with nobody else, or you gonna feel like she cheating? That shit is funny to me. I be rolling. I be listening to it. I be rolling. And then so that was our lyric watch for today. What you wanna do? You go check out I'm in Love with a Stripper. The remix is Too Short, MJG, Paul Wall, and it's just a bunch of niggas on these. Everybody know that. Super cute face and a booty so fat. I'm in the club dropping 24 stacks because I'm in love, and it's a well-known fact. Yeah, you know what he doing. Ooh, if a nigga chillin' with a stripper, then he never go back home. You got eyes on me and rock and leave me alone. Like in the way she break it down to the floor. That's a good ass song. Go check that out. Now, what we gonna need to do? We talked about not just the artists had ad libs back in the day, but producers. You can hear the little stuff in the background. See, that little stuff that people think is not necessary is actually carrying the song. It's actually making me excited to want to hear it. Because sometimes I'll let a song play, and I know it's something that I like about it, but I'm like, what part am I trying to get to when I'm letting this whole song play? So that's important. The producers are supposed to have their own ad libs. We're supposed to be able to tell, oh, what's her name did this, or I can tell what's her name did that, because how we feel. And then, like I already said, I want to go into this in more detail into this. I want to elaborate on this a little bit more, but it's the same 100 words. It ain't got to be nothing spectacular, nothing special from the dictionary. You take them same, just like Taco Bell, take them same 5 ingredients and mix them around a different way and call it something different. It's the same ingredients, but this one is a burrito. It's the same ingredients, but this one is a taco. It's the same ingredients. This is called an empanada, though. What? Okay. And that's what R&B it's supposed to. You're supposed to be able to feel it. No matter what the words are, you're supposed to be able to deliver. So it shouldn't be that big. You should be able to use the same 50 to 100 words that you heard in all the other R&B songs and jiggle them around a little bit. If you really got that it factor, if you really feel how you're supposed to feel when you writing that song, it's going to come out if you got some feelings. So, that's how you do. That's how you do it. And you be slick with the extra syllables. What am I saying? Rihanna. Take it easy. Right? Because Rihanna, desperado. Sitting in a old Monte Carlo. A man whose heart is hollow. Take it easy. She said, that was one word. She straight, oh, take it easy. Easy. Like slick with the extra syllables. That's only supposed to be a 2-syllable word. Easy. But sometimes you can't be trying to say easy and I'm gonna just find a way to pull it out and make us feel that. Like if that would have been scissor, it would have been 4 sentences right there. Easy because I don't whatever. Ma'am, we supposed to be able to, I don't even know what you just said. So you be creative with extra syllables. Rihanna could have said, oh, take it easy. I just love how she made the first part of the syllable, gave that the runs, and put the end of the word at the end. Oh, we'll take it easy. Anybody else would have said, oh, we'll take it easy. She, oh, we'll take it easy. And another one, dang, I thought of it. I said that too many times, I forgot. What's another one where they was slick with the extra syllables? Jasmine Sullivan. I love how she did it. Don't pick up your feelings. Don't forget to come and pick up your. That's different. You don't hear people do that a lot. She stopped the sentence and you had to catch back up with it. And she put a run in between there. Don't forget to come and pick up your. Ooh. That shit is so cute. She couldn't even, cause she feeling that shit so hard. She couldn't even finish her sentence. Do not forget to come and pick up your. Ooh, nigga, got me fucked up. Go pick your fucking feelings up, bitch, and take them with you. You have to be slick with the extra syllables. Okay, Mariah Carey good at that shit too, cause Mariah Carey be putting in extra words. She don't use the same 100 words like she's supposed to. She'll put in the extra word. She got to be slick with the syllable. What? Cause you're so disarming, I'm caught up in the mess. I don't know who says disarming. Yeah, it's no other R&B song that got that word in it, but she make it work. That's Mariah. That's her thing. She does that often. And what last one thing I wanted to touch on is look. Motherfuckers is too damn nosy. That's why the people too nosy. Why is y'all remembering all the celebrities' business to the point where you don't even want to support the art no more because you didn't remember what they. You supposed to forget that. We ain't supposed to know that. Back in the day, and then my point right now is stay behind the fourth wall. Keep your ass back there. Because back in the day, whatever the stars was doing, bitch, we didn't have no motherfucking idea. I just now found out that Mary J. Blige and Casey was behind backstage getting the highest fuck before they went out there. Now let that be in 2026. We would have been nuded. We would have had to boycott them. You listen to Mariah, you listen to Mary J. Blige, that mean you liked it. No, that mean I like the song. That's all. You learn to stay behind the fourth wall with your nosy ass. And then you find some shit out. Why is you so invested to the point? You don't know them people. Why are you so invested to the point where it's going to affect your behavior? You don't even want to hear the jam. You don't want to hear this jam that I'm about to play. Because you heard a gossip rumor, nigga. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like that lady gonna come sit next to my phone on the train and ask me to turn it, ma'am. You have so many other options. It's so many other seats on this train. Why the fuck would you come sit right by me and ask me to turn my shit down when you could have went and sat on the other side of the train? And I know what it is because I'm a black woman. They want to see me lose my shit. They want to gaslight me. And no matter how the situation look, it's going to seem like I'm the aggressor and I'm going to be the one that gets in trouble. And I'm going to be the one that's causing this. Black, the usual suspect. You didn't even have to say nothing to me at all. Let me tell y'all what she did. I'm listening to my music jams on a little cheap ass phone, bitch. It ain't that fucking loud. This is the train. You should what? We outside right now. She gonna go sit. She made sure she sat that I was sitting in between the person that she was responsible for. She looked like I think she had the disabled adults making sure they having a good day, getting a nice breeze, getting to see the clouds and the trees and shit. So she taking them out, making sure they enjoying their life. So and then it's me, and then she sat on the other side. So why did you let me sit in between your clients that you need to communicate with when my phone is turned up this loud? Then she go make sure she talking real loud past me. Okay, you guys okay up there? You don't need it. They don't know what the fuck they gonna need. And how you gonna give it to them on the train? You got gummy bears in your motherfucking bag for these adults? What you got for them? A Capri Sun? She purposely, oh, but can you hear me though? Okay, I was ready for the bullshit. Here go the bullshit. She done came over here to start some shit with me. I think your music is a little loud. I think your phone is a little... So why did you come sit right here by me then? When there's all those other empty seats and you had other options. Anywhere else you could have sat. Well, why did you come sit right here? Like, I don't know. This should be annoying me, bro. Now, if I would have got up and cut up on that motherfucking train, what they would have said? The usual suspect, bitch. But you got to learn to choose your battles. You go to jail over shit like that. I don't like jail. The whole point is mind your goddamn business. Y'all need to learn how to stay behind the fourth wall. And y'all, we not other people. We not allowed to enjoy shit. Cause you motherfuckers, you listen to that. Yes, I do. Yeah, I like R. Kelly, bitch. The R. I like Stepping in the Name of Love. These white people eating babies. Ain't nobody saying nothing. You mad at the R, bitch? Stay behind the fourth wall. It reminds me of Ice Cube. When he make a movie, he look right at the camera. Like, nigga, you know you're not supposed to be looking at the camera. Anyway, the show is over. Thank y'all for staying here with me. We gonna be showing up and being more consistent and all type of shit. Until again we meet, this is the home of the Dainty Chat, the Bistro of Bamboo Plaza. Right near the Himalayan mountains, right at the foot of the Himalayas. It's cracking over here, it's bracket. We got it going on. It's the bakery, it's the Bistro. The bakery, that's where you're gonna get your urban horoscope experience. It's the Bistro. That's the home of the Dainty Chat. That's where you're gonna get your trendy topics and saving R&B segment with our irrational passion scale from 1 to 8. Candy House will be open in a couple of days. That's where you'll see the boutique. The boutique open. Go over to Instagram, touch bamboo _fashions. And that's how you're gonna see what you can buy, how you can touch bamboo. This is Bamboo Plaza. You can see it, you can hear it, to touch. And we got Bio Bamboo the Lab, where we're gonna talk about dreams. I have my dream book here. Let me show you guys. I got about 3 of them. Let me give a look at this one. I'll show you guys. And then so you look, and the book will say, oh, you dreamed about ice or rain or a rainbow or a cord, staff, shit, a cape, whatever. Let's go more back. What is that word? Airplane, subway. So, you know, they tell you what about these things that you dreamed about and what they mean. What's that? The bakery, the bistro, Bio Bamboo Lab, Candy House, the boutique, flower shop, and the karaoke and wing bar. So it's 7 different shops here at Bamboo Plaza. That's what we're doing. Come back. I'm going to have something for you. Until again we meet, keep it sweet.